everybody, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. There sure is a lot going on. Let's see, we've got the Supreme Court talking about whether or not Obamacare is constitutional. We all know it's not. We all know that there's so many things going on that Obama and Congress are doing and have done that aren't constitutional. It's just crazy. And you know, we all listen to each other on YouTube. We read Facebook, the survivalist forums, the news forums. We all know what's going on. And many people have taken an oath to defend the Constitution from all enemies, both foreign and domestic. Well, maybe it's time for action. Maybe it's time that we really do defend that Constitution from enemies, domestic enemies. What do you think? I know I've talked about it before. Is it time? But look at what's going on. I mean, we've got that Trevon Zimmerman thing down in, what was it, Florida or wherever? I can't even remember. But, you know, it's funny that I saw a poster on Facebook where Will Smith said, the lady that threw flour on Kim Kardashian's hair got arrested immediately. But we've got this guy Zimmerman who shoots somebody, a kid, teenager, and he hasn't been arrested. I mean, it's not, you know, I'm not laughing at what happened. It's situational funny. I mean, it's just one of those things where you just got to shake your head and go, can you believe this? I mean, really. Let's see, student debt, trillions. Once again, government needs to get out of education. Think about it. This country, back in the 1800s, early 1900s, one-room schoolhouse with the school mom. You take her an apple. Kids learn to read, write, do arithmetic. Government got involved, and now I think we're at the bottom of the heap when it comes to developed nations. You know, we lag in education when we used to lead. What happened? Government happened. That's what happened. Let's see. I saw something there where there was this grandmother was telling the kid that you're the breadwinner. This woman had something like 8 babies, and they're all on welfare. And I forget, she was getting so much free stuff. It was something like almost over $100,000 a year. I think it was $144,000 a year from all the freebies, because she had so many kids and there wasn't a man in the house, and you know, the grandma called up social services or whatever. I mean, it's just wacky. The thing is that anytime government starts talking about, well, it's for the kids or it's for these people's protection, that's when you know you're going down the wrong path. You just got to say no. Just cut that nonsense out. I mean, it's just absolutely, positively crazy. And if you look at what's trending on, you know, Yahoo, I guess there was a transgender person who was in the Miss Universe, and I guess the Donald Trump organization or Universe organization or whatever found out, and now he, she, or it's kicked out. I mean, you know, when we've got serious problems here, none of them are trending. Not one real serious problem is trending. What's that tell you? Well, I think what that tells me is we've got a situation that we as individuals have to do something about. And I think it starts at home, and it starts in your community. You know, maybe if you have anything to do with the kids, whether you're a teacher or a scout leader or a community, leader in some way, shape, or form, maybe you have to start talking to these young minds, you know, high school students, and tell them, you know, hey, we've got problems. This is going to be your world someday. Educate them. Because ignorance is the disease and education is the cure. But, you know, it has to come from the heart. It has to come from somebody that they can relate to. You have to relate to them. And, you know, you say, here's point A, here's point B, this is where you're headed unless you change. And, you know, as far as, you know, hope and change, I hope we change it back. I think that should be somebody's campaign slogan, you know. Let's hope that we change it back to the way it was, because this is just awful. I mean, I don't know how many of you all look at Facebook. I look at it probably as much as I do YouTube, just because out there on the prepper Facebook pages, they got some really cool wall photos. They had this one with Obama in front of the Constitution, the red marker Xing it out, and the black marker crossing stuff out, and they had one with something else pasted over, because you know what they're just shredding the amendments. And you know, all this stuff in the news, I mean, even the shootings, they pale in comparison. I'm not trying to diminish human life, but when you look at what the real problems and the real issues are, which is, you know, freedom and liberty versus tyranny, that's the main issue. All those social issues, they can stand off to the side, because if we don't have liberty, if we don't have freedom, those social issues aren't going to matter. None at all. Think about it. I mean, seriously, think about it. Whether it's a religious issue, a racial issue, an immigration issue, any of that. None of that matters if we don't have freedom and liberty. I mean, that's what the forefathers fought the king over. I mean, even taxes. Forget about taxes. If we don't have freedom and liberty, what do we have? We have tyranny. And we know we have it, but what are we going to do about it? I mean, really, you know, lock and load? What happens then? You know, they might come knocking for you. That's when, you know, you might have to stand your ground, and hopefully you take at least 2 or more of them out before they take you out. But that you just wind up dead. But the thing is, if you're fighting for liberty, then I guess it's, you know, a life well spent, because that's what they want you to believe. I mean, you go to football games, baseball games, NASCAR races, IndyCar races. They play the Star-Spangled Banner. You know, they march out some soldiers. They put up the flag. The jets fly over. You know, land of the free, home of the brave. You know, everybody's clapping and cheering. For what? We don't have freedom. We don't have liberty because we have domestic traitors, and that most of them reside in Washington, D.C. You got to be clear. You got to think about this stuff. Okay, I know, a little longer video, but America, wake up, smell the hypocrisy.